Speaking of NDA products, which it isn't, I don't know why I'm saying it, but Ryan told me you got a little package in the mail today.
Oh,
does that ring any bells?
The Blackmagic Ursa 12K.
Dude, what the hell?
I know.
That is insane.
Well, to be honest, I saw that thing come out and I was like, I need that, but I can't afford that. No way. And then I looked and I mean, the $10,000 price tag is unbelievably fair for what kind of camera you're getting. 4K 240, 8K 120, I believe. And then
that does 4K wait, go back. 4K 240.
12K 60 too. Like,
God, dude, what the hell? What kind of codecs we talking?
It's all Blackmagic.
That's just all Blackmagic raw.
Yeah.
Even the slow-mo stuff, the 4K 120 raw.
They're claiming that with the Blackmagic software, you can open it up on a laptop and play back clips in 12K.
Well, the funny thing is that my buddy just got. Oh, I have a funny story to tell you in a bit. We'll get to that later. My buddy bought a Blackmagic 6K, and I have been surprised. Yeah. My computer buzzes through it. I mean, I have pretty modern specs, but it's not like red footage, man. This stuff plays like butter pretty much no matter what you do to it.
And red footage is pretty optimized usually, right?
That's right. I don't know. I just really, really love messing with it. But I went to ask you, how big is the thing? Because I haven't seen anybody actually hold it.
I will grab it. 1 second.
Oh, he knows I want to see it. He knows I want to see it.
It's right there.
I could just.
It was in the shot.
Oh, damn! That looks fucking beefy.
It was in the shot the whole time.
This is.
Let's just do a live product demo, right?
Yeah. This is without the V mount adapter or V mount battery, but you get a gist of it. I threw on a top handle.
Wow, it's beautiful.
But
that's gorgeous.
And then I got the little tilted thing on the side, and so that's where that V mount adapter will be. But it's got a massive fan you can see at the bottom.
Christ, man.
And I mean, it's pretty mental. Here's the thing. And it's all touchscreen and like
Yep.
It's weird actually to have buttons on a camera because the red doesn't have
the red it's just a cube.
Two buttons, but
it's they're going with that broadcasty format.
So it's definitely broadcast looking. But I played around I shot 2 clips last night on the SD card I had. It recorded for about 1 second before it was like, nope, I can't. I just used like a standard like GoPro card or whatever.
The card just catches on fire.
But dude, the low light looks incredible. I mean, I can't believe it compared to red. Red suffers in low light huge, like so bad. And it's like Sony in low light almost. It looks unbelievably good, which surprised me. I thought the 12K would need like crazy amount of light, and it actually performed great.
So is that going to be your main shooter now?
I mean, it all depends on what production I'm on. Certain things just need a 360 camera. Certain things need a red camera. Certain things need as much quality as I can. But the main reason I bought it, just to clarify, it's not for the 12K. It's for 8K and it's for 4K. I just want the frames per second. I want to slow things down. Just want to like maximize the camera as much as possible. No one's going to be watching 12K for a while. I'll shoot some shots for sure just to see, but it's mainly 4K and 6K and 8K just to play around with,
Well, to have all the flexibility, it's just insane,
Yeah, so we'll see.
Well, congrats, dude. Yeah. That's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely a good investment. I mean, I can't see how that thing's not pretty damn future-proof.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I thought when I bought the red. I put my life savings down on the red and a bunch of stuff, and like it's paid off tenfold. So hopefully this will do the same.
Yeah. Well, my next question is, how big is your camera collection?
Yeah, I see some stuff going on in the background. You said you're shooting on the red 6K now? Yeah,
red 6K right now. And then I have like the A7R III for photos and video and stuff. And then 5 DSR is a 50 megapixel Canon. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, a bunch of GoPros, smaller cameras like the RX series and Insta360s, just a bunch of random stuff. And then a ton of lenses. I think a lot of people are curious why or how I afford everything. And honestly, I don't make the most money in the world. A lot of it is bartering with video. And it's a little bit of everything. I mean, I was flipping camera gear for a long time, like a year and a half or something. And like just looking for deals and flipping gear and just bartering people down on that stuff. And I don't know, I kind of got to test out all the different things that I'd like to test, and then got to keep all the things that I wanted to keep. And since then, like, I just work really hard and make good money. I don't sell myself cheap. So like, I know what I'm worth, and I just like push people to pay me what I feel like I'm worth. And then, I get to spend. I mean, I spend everything that I make on camera equipment. Like, don't get me, I'm not out.
You reinvest it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not out like splurging on Gucci belts or anything like that. Like, it's going straight back into filmmaking. And that's what I've been passionate about since high school for the past 10 years. You know, I've been like technically a professional videographer or whatever for 10 years. So,
how far can you take whatever camera you have until you're like, all right, I want like this feature because it's going to help me get this shot or something? You know?
Fully. Yeah. People ask me a lot, like, I want to buy this camera. Can you sell me this camera off of you? And I'm just like, what are you using now? And they tell me, and it's like, dude, that's a great camera. Like, you don't need 6K. You don't need whatever it is. Like, if you're not, like, I look at your Instagram and it's like, you got to go out and you got to use what you have. Don't get caught up in the whole quality thing unless you really are pitching that to people and you're going to utilize it. But I think a lot of it lies within your own creativity and how you can push the limits of whatever you have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we've talked about too, it's like sometimes people that are trying to learn this, they think they just buy their way to like being a good filmmaker. And like gimbals are hit or miss with that. It's like, if you know how to use a gimbal well, it's like this groundbreaking tool. But if you just buy it for the purpose of running around in circles with your camera without any like focus or aim, then it honestly, it looks worse. Like now you can see a bad gimbal shot where it's just sort of like rocking and moving, and you're like, oh, the camera's locked and it's perfectly stable, but it doesn't look good because they don't know what they're doing with it. So there's limitations with everything. It's just finding the balance, I think.
Glide cam, dude. No one talks about the glide cam anymore.
I know.
It's funny. I mean, Devin Supertramp came in and freaking crushed the glide. He crushed it. I mean, he has great stuff. It's a little cheesy. Don't get me wrong, but he kills it with the glide cam. I bought a glide cam for the Red. Little did I know, I am nowhere near strong enough to freaking handle that thing. No way. Not a chance. I'm like, dude, give me the Movi Pro with the Ready Rig, and I'm
right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right. But still, like,
give me the freaking square. I need the square.
Yeah, you gotta like have it out. You can't be like this with one hand. That's hard.
Yeah, I think a lot of people underestimate how freaking heavy this stuff is.
Yeah, it's like when you see people running around with a gimbal, you're like, oh, it looks so fun and easy, and then you realize how taxing on your back it is. And like
Thor was saying, one of our PAs for this shoot we just did, I had to hand him the Ronin S for a sec, and he goes, "Oh man, you hold this the whole day?" And I was like, "Thor, welcome to my life." Yeah, it's pretty funny when you give it to someone who like isn't familiar with the gear.
We end up gaining those muscles that we need to hold the rigs.
Yeah,
like
I said to him, it's probably the only exercise I get these days. So
it's your arm workout. Yeah,
definitely.
Which brings us to the Black Magic story.
So Tyler. Are you ready for a story, a sad story?
Oh, did you ruin a Black Magic camera while you were out there?
Shut up! I'm not. We gotta ease into it.
All right.
Because my heart still hangs heavy. I wish Mike was here because it's actually my buddy Mike. It's his camera. He bought it for this project.
Oh,
so we get 10 shoot days out of it.
No. 13 shoot days. Yeah. 13 nights of shooting for this project. Biggest thing we've ever done. Everything's coming out great. We freaking it's all, it feels like I'm lying because of how funny it is. How it was the last shot of the last day of shooting. The last shot of the last day is this certain object being thrown into this river behind our buddy's house. So of course I'm standing in the middle of said river, not that deep.
It's like 6 inches,
maybe 6 inches.
It's
a creek.
Yeah.
And to get the way the water's flowing, I have to be in this certain spot. And so I go up on this little, I don't know, it was like a piece of 2x4 or something that was in the middle of the river. Seemed steady enough at the time. We do like 5 takes. It's not looking right. I got to adjust some things. We adjust some lights. And I finally get it to where I want it. and we do a couple takes. And the last take that will forever haunt me, the 2x4 rocks back and forth, and of course it's slimy, wet from being in the water. I go into the river. Not only do I go into the river, my right hand with the Ronin S and the Blackmagic 6K
just dunks
right in the river.
It's the first thing that went in.
It's the first thing that went in because my arm went back to try and catch myself.
And you were doing it underslung, so the camera was on the ground first.
Yeah.
Oh,
It just dunks.
Yeah, dude.
you just slam it into the water with all your weight.
He just he dipped it, just like it went straight down.
Like it was a freaking straw, man.
So we get it out. We like.
I'm pissed off at myself.
Yeah.
I am so. Oh my god, I'm beyond belief. Tyler's pissed. Just
How could you, Chris? All the way from California. How could you do that?
come freaking get me. Anyway, I'm apologizing profusely to Mike. We do whatever we can. Footage is fine. We just popped the card out real quick, so that's a relief. The Ronin seemed to be fine. But the only thing we could do is we just gotta wait 48 to 72 hours and see what happens. See how much got it. I don't know how much got in there.
Yeah.
We cleaned it off pretty much right away. But it doesn't matter. It's got open vents, for God's sakes.
Right,
Yeah, it's not weather seal like DSLR.
No, it is.
Like-
Yeah, so I'm pretty damn sure this thing is fried, regardless. So, 3 days later, we go to turn it on. Actually, boots. The thing boots, and we get a screen, and I'm like, that's a good sign. Throw a lens on, it's working pretty good. And then we started hearing some kind of electrical interference noises that you don't want to hear coming out of a camera. And then it never turned back on.
Dang.
Yeah, it has slow death.
It was it was I was at Mike's apartment. We were both just like so sad, but what are you gonna do?
Did you buy another one and then return the broken one to Amazon?
So we got
Great idea.
Mike's like, maybe I could get maybe I could buy insurance real quick, and I was like, Mike, that's called insurance fraud. To buy insurance after you break something,
Yeah.
So anyway, what wound up happening was I was like, Mike, I gotta pay you for this thing. I feel so bad. What is it, 2K? We have this music video coming up, which we're getting paid a decent amount for, and he was going to be involved in. I said, whatever I get, just take my cut and be done with it. So we wound up hugging it out that night and just being like, it is what it is,
Yeah, it could have been the first shot. It
could have been the first shot. It could have been a red 6K. It could have the gimbal's fine.
I mean,
all my bones are intact.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
So but the only thing, what's funny is so there's footage. There's behind the scenes footage.
Oh.
That's gonna have to go on Reddit.
And it haunts Chris terribly.
No. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, he hasn't watched it.
I will not watch it. I will
think we need like a viewing party or something.
It's going in the behind the scenes. It's going in the BT. We make a BTS every year. So that'll probably be the first time I see it.
That's so funny. You have to watch it at some point.
Oh God, Tyler, I can't.
In your head, it's probably way worse than what the footage looks like.
I don't think so, man.
No,
I don't think so. I don't think how
it's just pretty clear. It's pretty clear. It's just like a dunk.
Pretty clear you blew it.
So you ever done that before?
I've dumped a couple gimbals. I've crashed probably 5 or 6 drones in the ocean and different places and
in the ocean.
Yeah, I busted $15,000 worth of gear the other day. Not the other day, but
the other day.
The other day.
Oh, yesterday.
Wait, okay, now you're diminishing my story. Cool.
9 months ago is the other day.
Yeah, I've had my fair share of stupid things. It's fine.
I'm in the club now. Ryan's not in the club.
I actually am in the club. I busted my.
Oh, that does not count.
After I got
that thing's like $20.
I had to pay the same amount it was worth to replace all the props. It was because I didn't get the insurance on it. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna crash this. I've flown a drone. I don't need the insurance. And sure enough, I crashed in a tree in my front yard.
You hear about the drone ban potentially, Chinese drone ban? Every DJI drone in America might get banned soon.
No,
banned from what?
Banned from flying in the
From
US.
Flying.
They think that DJI is sending.
Oh my god!
China. I know.
First TikTok and now this, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I've heard that they do this every couple of years and it never goes through. But
Jesus.
So I'm not sure what's going to happen now, but that was like a huge thing. It was like, oh shit, every DJI drone that's out there in the US like could potentially just get like cut off. No more.
That's ridiculous.
What happens? Like, think of how many people would be like in the middle of a flight and then cut it off. They just all fall from the sky.
Every single
It's
one.
like fucking the end of the Last Jedi or whatever. Like all the Star Destroyers come down. It's like all across the US drones start hitting cars and people.
Yeah, it causes more damage than it would have even.
Yeah.